Hi everyone, welcome to week 3 of research writing. Several things I'd like to go over for this week. Some general things first. I will use your Moody email addresses for my communication. If I email you through your Moody email address and then you respond with your personal, that's fine. We'll go back and forth like that. But whenever I do an initial email, it's always through your Moody email address. So don't forget to check your Moody email addresses because that's where you'll get info about announcements that have been posted and other communication for the class. So be sure to check your Moody email addresses because that's where I go to first when I want to communicate with you. Second, when you're doing the reading for each week, make sure you check off that you have done it. Still for week 2, there's still many people who have not checked off that they've done the reading. I'm assuming you did the reading and just did not check it off. Be sure to check that off as you finish that each week. And be sure to always do your reading first before you do any coursework. Because I can tell if the reading hasn't been done and then you're getting to the coursework or there are questions asked or things like that. So be sure you do the reading first. It'll save you some headache and it'll save time. You'll be able to do things more clearly and more in depth and quicker. So be sure to do all of your reading first before doing even discussion board and anything for the course. Let's see. Next on the list is to be sure to read all the instructions, like not only the audio or PDF of the week that that Moody provides, but also anything that I post. Sometimes I'll get questions and it's something I had just posted that week or the week prior. So be sure that you always check those out and follow all the instructions. Something that helps me is the course schedule. This is in the same place as the syllabus, and I print this out each term because there's usually not any tweaks or updates unless they do a major overhaul, but I like to print out a fresh copy each term and write notes on it, and it gives you places to check off your reading. And if you're not by your computer, it's a great thing to have the paper version on hand so you can go back to the discussion board and figure out what you need to do there. So just a reminder that the course syllabus is there for you as well. Let's see. Now we're getting into this week, what we have going on this week, your outline and your works cited. Regarding the outline, just make sure it is full sentences. It's a full sentence formal outline, so it's not like a word or a phrase or incomplete sentences. It's a full sentence outline, which means full sentence and periods, question marks at the end of those sentences. Also, when you're working on the outline, like it says in the transcript, a lot of times Word will automatically start numbering things for you, but just in case it doesn't, you start with Roman numeral I1. It looks like an uppercase I, then the Arabic number 1, and then number 1 lowercase a, or I'm sorry, Arabic A, and then capital A, and then number 1 lowercase a. And don't worry about pagination right now. That was noted in the transcript as well. Don't worry about pagination. We'll cover that in a few weeks. So don't worry about that right now. Again, be sure to edit and update as you go. So this week, you'll be working on your outline and your works cited. What you submit to me, sometime in this week or at the latest a week from today, will be not just your works cited and outline. It'll be your updated title page and your updated research proposal and your current submission of your outline and your works cited. So all of those need to keep building on each other, and they need to continually be submitted all together. Well, now that we're building on it. Something else, this isn't in the course specific, but something that I see a lot, especially now that we're going to be writing a full sentence outline, and then you'll be working on your intro and conclusion in the week or two ahead. Something that I see a lot is nouns and pronouns that do not agree. For instance, if you say, now I can't even think of anything off the top of my head, but if you have a noun, she, and then you say you're referring to she later on, but you say they, or if you say that person doesn't like their paper. Person and their are, one is singular, one is plural. So if you say that person doesn't like their paper, to make it correct, you either need to say that person doesn't like his or her paper, or those people don't like their paper. So the noun people and the pronoun there need to match. Having a singular and a plural doesn't match. So that's something that I do see a lot in writing. Generally, I tend to go with the plural because it's easier. It reads easier instead of having to say he or she or his or hers all the time throughout an entire paper. So generally, it's easier on the writer and it's easier on the reader when you're reading a paper to see the plural in general instead of having to put, that person doesn't like his or her paper. So that's something that I see a lot and wanted to pass that along as you're going to be getting into more of the writing now. I believe that is it for now. As always, email with questions, and I will get back to you within 24 hours. Usually I can do it quicker, but it'll always be within 24 hours. And let's see, there's only a handful of the works cited that have been submitted so far today, but I'm going to go ahead and get started on what has been submitted today for grading. It was by Friday last week that I got all of your what you submitted before, the title page and the research proposal. Those were all graded by Friday, so you would have the weekend to look at those. And now that you're working on the outline and works cited, just don't forget to update your title page and research proposal and include that with that this coming week. I believe that's it. Email with questions, and if you want to call, we can set up a time to chat. Have a great week.